911, what's your emergency? 911, what's your emergency?
Be advised, Car 4 has control of the pursuit. Proceed with caution.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. Look who I have with me.
What's up, girlfriend?
Hey Frank, how are you?
I'm just peachy.
You just peachy?
It's not gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be a good night. I probably won't get any sleep.
Yeah, I know. I've got my brain won't shut off. Hold on a second. I want to turn on my live thing.
Yeah, so I set up a live for tomorrow morning for people to come to get this party started for tomorrow. Oh,
yeah. No, I get it. And it's like, this has been 7.5 years in the making.
Yep.
All of us have been holding our breaths, waiting for this moment. And it's
sitting on pins and needles the whole time.
Yeah, it's upon us, and it's almost surreal to me. I got emotions all over the place because of it. As you know, not everybody does, but you do. Yesterday was the anniversary of my son's death.
Yes.
And this time of year is just always super hard for me. His anniversary date is actually my son-in-law's birthday. Crazy.
Oh man.
So I've got that going on. Plus I got my grandson's birthdays, both two of them right in the middle of this. My daughter's birthday, my best friend's birthday is next week, and then my own. So it's just kind of like a lot going on and a lot of emotion. And, when Richard Allen was arrested 2 years ago, and the announcement of his arrest was made on my birthday, it was the craziest feeling to know that I had followed this case from day one. And that was my birthday present, was the arrest of him. My God, we've got this guy. Well, here we are 2 years later. And I didn't really know if we were going to get here. I mean, there was so much. There's just been so much to unpack,
Right.
since
Well, and you know, I was looking at Tara's Facebook today, and she had posted the song by Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
I'm Not Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof.
They're not okay.
Nope.
I've been watching. I'm friends with Becky on Facebook, and I don't post anything most of the time ever that she says or posts there,
right,
because it's a private.
I do the same thing. I don't post nothing on her.
Yeah, I don't post, but she's been sharing a lot of pictures
of
Libby when she was little. Lots of pictures of Libby and her, and she shared one today that was just an adorable little picture of Libby, and it just brings tears to your eyes to know.
Did you see the letter that she wrote her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
like I said, when I saw that on Tara's wall, I had to shut it down because I had a tear coming. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like, I've always said, and I don't want to cry tonight, but it's, if I get emotional, please guys understand that it's just because of all my own emotions going on, with Adam and everything. But I wrote him a letter this year. I posted it on my own Facebook yesterday. Sometimes it just helps to get stuff like that out. You just have to kind of get that emotion out. And, I keep hearing, not just from the media and from other people, saying, at least in a month's time, there'll be closure for the families. You guys, they're never going to have closure.
Never.
They're never going to have closure no matter what happens here. These girls are gone forever. And there will constantly be that reminder for them. And I did see an interview today with she's the director of the nursing home there in Delphi, and they did a huge fundraiser, like drive kind of thing, for the police, for law enforcement. They asked for donations, and they've got cases of Mountain Dew and cases of water and just cases of things for law enforcement, because law enforcement has a big job ahead of them for the next month to kind of keep the peace, so to speak, in Delphi.
Yeah.
He was saying in the interview, she is hoping that the city and the town will be able to heal. At some point, they can start the process, because they haven't.
Right.
It's almost as if that little community and that little part of the world ceased to continue with the rest of the world. On February 14th, 2017, when they found out what had happened in those woods, the whole town kind of just held their breath. And they've all been waiting for this. And so, there's a lot of healing that's going to have to take place. Like I said, Mike and Becky and Anna have a huge presence in that town.
Yeah.
They all were known before this happened, and so everybody knows everybody, and this has affected everyone in some fashion. So my heart goes out to them. Absolutely. I can't even imagine how they're trying to prepare themselves emotionally for what they're going to be hearing in that courtroom.
I will say this. I know this for a fact, because as many times as I've been to Delphi and intermingled with the people in that town, they are ready for this to get over with.
Yes.
They're tired of the shadow that has been lingering over their town for the last 7.5 years. They just want it done and over with. Yeah,
they are really sick and tired of outsiders just showing up, acting like they care and all of this. And you and I know from growing up in the Midwest and being here in the Midwest in these small little, we used to call them cow towns, because that's pretty much what they are. You've got your farmers and you've got your your people that or in agriculture or in some fashion that live in these small little communities, and they don't really like outsiders coming in and being there and all of that. And I think they've really done a good job at welcoming people and trying to be, forthcoming and talk about the case. But you're right, they're sick of it. I think they're just sick of people being there. Again, they want to try to get on with their lives and with running, the town the best they can.
I mean, for me, all the times that I've been there, been to the Bacon Fest, a lot of people knew who I am now. I still feel like an outsider, even though a lot of people know who I am now when I go to that town. I still feel like an outsider, because I'll give a prime example. Me and Jinx went into the office lounge one day during a break to get something to drink, and they just looked at me like I was some oddball. I said, I must be a new face to you. And they said, yep. And I said, well, I'm here to cover the Delphi case. And they said, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
When we went to the office when I was there last fall, and
Can I say it? Can I say it?
Yeah, you can say it.
The hog balls.
The hog nuts. We went there for the hog nuts. But no, when I went in there, I didn't tell them I was there for Delphi for the walk, because for that very reason, I didn't really want them to look sideways at me,
Oh, by the way, everybody, just to let you know, Greeno is in Delphi at this exact moment. He is standing there with Marv at the courthouse doors. They're the first two people in line.
Nana73 just gave $100, Frank.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Just amazing, guys. Thank you so much for helping out and doing all the wonderful things that you're doing, not only to get Frank to Delphi, but for the trial, but just in your support of our channels and everything that you guys have done. You guys know we don't do this for the money.
No.
We're not here for that. Frank and I both, we make very, very little on YouTube, and our time is worth, something. And I know people are always calling people on YouTube grifters and all of that, but there are people out there that you might be able to say that about, but Frank and I are not those people.
We don't push the money, but I mean, it seems like I am, or we are right now. It's for a good cause. If y'all want,
I mean, I want you there. I mean, if we can get you there, absolutely. I have no problem asking for people to help out and donate, because I know people want to donate anyway. So this gives them a good reason, to let them know why and what what the reason behind that is. Because come on, guys, we've already talked about it. To give up 4 weeks of your life and just spend 4 weeks in Delphi, that's a lot. So my feeling is, hey, just go to a couple of days, if you can even get up there for a few days or whatever. And, between the people we trust and know and love that are going to cover this case, we'll get the gist of, you know what I mean?
And a lot of people understand when I go to these hearings, I don't put twist on nothing like the media does. You're going to get exactly what is in that courtroom, period. Because a lot of the media and some of these other channels will sensationalize the information that's coming out of the courtroom. I don't do that. You're going to get exactly what is in that courtroom. Thank you, John France.
$30. Thanks, John. Thank you so much. You guys, like I said, how do we get Frank there? Donate. It's the best thing that we can do right now. And that's the best that we can do, is donate so that he can get money to get himself up there and be able to stay for a few days.
Who is Carrie? Carrie, you're in the chat, sweetheart. No, I do not do PayPal. I only strictly do Cash App.
Hey, Meadow Mama. Hey, SP74. Hi, Purple Haze. Thank you for being here. Hi, Sarah Harvey. Hey, 63 Clocks. So glad you're with me. Hi, CJK. Hey, Tech Death, my dear. How are you doing? It's so good to see you always. Hey, Growing Crazy. Absolutely. Prayers for the families, you guys. It is so, so important to remember them today and every day of this trial. Hey, Jill. So good to see you, my friend. Hi, Mustang. Good to have you in the house. Has anybody seen Jinx? Do we know if she's okay?
Yes, I talked to her earlier, and she's doing some hubby time, and because she's got to get up bright and early because she's going to be in Delphi bright and early in the morning.
Yeah, that's fine. I just haven't seen her for a few days, and I was concerned, so I just want to make sure. And I haven't talked to her, so hi, Olivia. How are you?
Sarah Harvey's like, Blade's doing his thing. Well,
Hi, Lisa.
he done settled down. He'll get back going here in a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Shane.
Where's
Good
your
to
bone?
see you, my friend.
Give me that bone. Give me that bone. Give it here. Yeah.
Hey, GP. Hi, Stephanie. Good to have you here. Thank you for being here, everybody. Hi, Dee. How are you doing? Hey, Miranda. Thank you for being here.
Dee has been awful sick here lately.
Well, let's send our prayers to Dee. Let's hope she feels better soon.
She's not around a whole lot because she's been really sick.
Hey, Heather's Mirror. How are you? Good to see you.
And thank you to Heather's Mirror. She's the one who's been pushing to donate to my Cash App.
For working to get Frank Meister to Delphi. Hey, Mevin. WTHR's news says people are already in line at the courthouse. They sure are. Marv's the first one in line, as far as I know.
Yeah, then Greeno, and then JLR, and then Hannah Shakespeare.
Hey, 63 Clocks. They're going to have a really cold night to spend outside, let me tell you, because it's freezing. Fire and Ice, good to see you.
Amy French, Miranda Lee, thank you for the donations. It's greatly appreciated.
High Fight for Justice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, GP, thank you for your $9.99. So good to have you here with us tonight. Thank you for your support.
Don Spain, thank you for the donation.
Hi, Louise. How are you doing? Hey, little one. Thank you so much. $20. Just for Abby and Libby. You two are awesome. Thank you so much for covering this case.
Shadowbox, thank you for the donation.
Oh, Shadowbox, how are you, my dear? Loved our conversation the other day, and you have a safe trip tomorrow, my dear. I'll be thinking about you.
Coach Kev.
Stephanie,
thank you
so much. Love the music on your intro at Kristen Behind the Crime Door. That is Tech Death Hippie, who is in the house. He is one of my moderators. He's actually one of my original moderators from the beginning of my channel. He has his own channel, and his music is fantastic. Hey, Outside the Grid, how are you?
Oh, wow. What's going on, Brad? Good to see you, buddy. Man, there's a lot of people coming out of the woodworks tonight, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Carrie, how are you? So good to see you.
That's
hey,
my
Coach
buddy.
Kev. Thank you so much for being here, Coach. Good to see you, my friend. Hi, Isaac Rhodes. Get out of my kitchen. Good to see you as well.
Thank you, Misty Free Spirit. She says we need Frank here now.
Yep. That's for sure. Hey, Brian Emery. Yep, we're going to get some answers here tomorrow. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Hey, Queen of
Oasian. Mm-hmm. Yes, Carrie is one of my good buddies. Me and her are up until 3 o'clock in the morning just shooting this shit on the phone. Talk about everything under the sun and the moon.
It does feel weird that it is here. I don't know if it's anticlimactic, but we're going to see what it's going to be like here real soon. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Good to see you. Let's see. Hi, Phil. Thank you for being here always. Thank you so, so much. God, there's a lot of people in here. I'm like, geez.
Coach Kev says we're all sharing this. It's for a terrible reason, but it's beautiful at the same time. Libby and Abby have planted many seeds to lifelong friendships. Absolutely agree.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Thank you. This is a really hard time of year for me. This has been a really hard week for me. Some years are like that. It's just, you never know how it's going to be. Hey, Boston, how are you? And like I said, my heart feels and goes out to the families in this case so much. Aspen is there too. And I'm glad that he's there. I'm sorry that he's in the midst of all of that, but I'm glad he's there. That'll be an interesting evening for him to have to spend with them. Let's see. Hi, Isaac Rhodes.
There's always going to be a shadow of the town of Delphi. No matter what, how many years down the road, there's always going to be a dark shadow over that town.
Oh, absolutely. My heart breaks for what they're about to go through. Absolutely, SP74. It is going to be gut-wrenchingly hard. Sees Through wants to know if Carrie has made it to the trial. I am sure that Carrie will be here. I just can't imagine her not being here.
She's going to be here.
She will be here.
Yeah.
She will absolutely be here.
Trust
So,
me on that one.
Yeah, she'll be here. I'm really sorry that your mom is going to be in hospice, Melissa. That's sad, and I'm really sorry. Let's see.
Queen of Witnesses, I am an hour and 20 minutes south of Delphi.
And that's a ways, guys, because you got to get there, and then you got to have a place to stay. You got to be able to pay for food while you're there, and all of that. So, I mean, it's a lot.
I'm getting ready to put my Cash App in the chat. Can you pin it up there, please? I can't do it from my end.
Your Cash App's on my screen, Frank. It's going across the bottom.
Oh,
I did a banner.
Okay, because somebody asked to pin it up here.
It's on Frank's Cash App is in the banner, you guys, going across the bottom of your screen. It says, help Frank Meister go to the trial in Delphi, donate here, and it gives you his Cash App. So, hey, Periwinkle, how are you? Good to see you.
You've made some money already, too.
Hey, Salty Beach, good to see you.
Did you hear me? I said you've made $70, $90, $120 already.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, guys. You guys are great. I'll send some of that over to Frank. Absolutely.
You don't have to do that, hon.
I want to do that. I want to get you there.
You got to take care of them spiders.
Oh, yeah. They take care of themselves. I mean, I just give them crickets.
And
hornworms.
Me and her was sitting and talking about this in the green room, and I said, I used to have an old roommate that had a trance, and I said, you leave that SOB in another room away from me. No, I don't care if he's in a cage or not, because it seems like them little critters are able to get out of anything. And I mean critters.
Nevin said, gave you $50 and says, I hope you get a sitter for your pup and can go.
Oh, I'm taking him with me.
So, yeah.
He is going with me to the hotel.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's the only way to be, because that's one of the things that's keeping me from going a couple of days. It's Loki. I don't want to leave him, you know? And it's like, oh, and that means I would have to take him with. So.
Right.
Let's see.
No, my phone's blowing up like crazy.
Sorry, guys. My phone is too, and I'm getting tons of emails right now. And thanks for everybody who's commenting and everything, you guys. Hi, Priscilla.
Susan Smith, thank you very much. Do you want to explain the Cash App thing? Because Carrie, she's messaging me on my phone.
Oh, Priscilla, the best way to help Frank is to donate to his Cash App. That's the absolute best way. It gets him the cash right away.
What you have to do, people, is you have to download the Cash App itself and create an account. And once you create the account, you're able to transfer money from like your bank account to your Cash App.
Right.
And then you can transfer from your Cash App to my Cash App, because a lot of people don't know how to use the Cash App.
Salty Beach, does anyone know if there is an overflow room? There is not.
No.
We're going to go over that, and I'm going to talk to you about what Judge Gull said at 3:00 this afternoon. She had a meeting with the media, and there is no overflow room. Brian Emery says the problem with Delphi is that trauma will last for generations. Children should be able to enjoy the outdoors without being hurt or killed. Absolutely.
I'm getting ready to send over to you my buy my coffee. I have to look it up first because I don't have that right off the top of my head, because I just got another message. You got buy me a coffee, right?
Yes,
because
I do.
It goes straight to my Cash App also.
Yeah.
So I'm getting ready to copy the link and send it to you to where you can post it.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Share, copy link. Kristen, I'm sending this to your phone real quick, Kristen.
Thank you.
Give me just a second here. I got to find it. There we go. Kristen.
Go is absolutely media friendly. She's not happy with how this case has gone with the media, and she decided she was going to clamp down on it, and she's stuck with it.
Thank you, Susan Smith, for the donation. Thank you so much. I just sent you that buy me a coffee link.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Man, we did have a big turnout tonight, didn't we?
Yeah. So Frank Meister's Buy Me a Coffee is on the screen, you guys. It's also in the chat. And you can do that as well, and it goes straight to Cash App. Yeah. Hey, Gail, how are you? Good to see you. Okay. Hi, Rose. I think I got everybody. I think. I hope I said hello to everybody. If I didn't, I'm really sorry. But thank you, everyone, for donating tonight.
Teresa Godwin, thank you so much for the donation. Greatly appreciated. Sorry
we do not ask for money. I'd never ask for money on my channel ever. But those of you who are kind enough to donate, I certainly appreciate you.
Me too. Greatly appreciate
that you do, because I do pay for StreamYard every month, and I pay for Canva every month to do my thumbnails. There's a lot of things that I do pay for to help me with this channel.
Ms. Cuevas, thank you for the donation. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
So yeah, let's just talk about some things. First of all, yeah, the trial starts tomorrow. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to play a video for you guys real quick. It's real short. It's not a long video. Let me get it up here for us real quick. And hold on one second. Where did it go? There we go.
Let me question it. Let me answer this quick. When you said about she's not media friendly, you guys got to remember she is old school. There was none of this YouTube, Facebook, and all that stuff back in the 90s. You got to remember that, guys. And she's used to the old stations in Indiana reporting on stuff like this. Back in the day, they didn't have HLN. They didn't have CNN. They didn't have Court TV. So it's just all the local channels in the state of Indiana that would cover these cases. So that's what she is used to. She hasn't adapted.
Not only that, but she also piloted. She was one of the judges in Indiana that piloted the program for cameras in the courtroom. She wanted it. She is a person who believes in it. And she allowed it until it was abused. And I don't think there's a judge out there, when their orders are not listened to, they're going to clamp down, and that's what she did.
Abby's grandma, thank you for the donation.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so here we go, guys. Listen to this, and then we'll talk.
That's going to be taking place here at the Carroll County Courthouse. It is a big deal here in Delphi, as you can imagine. It's a big deal across Indiana, really all over the nation. And that's why 13 News and other media have repeatedly asked to have a camera inside the courtroom for the trial. But all of our requests have been denied.
Elmo Frank Gall presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Judge Gall did allow cameras in the courtroom at one of Richard Allen's pretrial hearings back in late 2023, but then things went sideways. The judge kicked Allen's public defenders off the case. They appealed to the state Supreme Court, which overruled the judge and reappointed the defense team. Things got very tense, and we've never been allowed to have cameras back inside the Delphi murders courtroom ever since. If a judge wants to keep cameras out of a trial, court rules here in Indiana give no opportunity to challenge that decision. Our 13 News legal analyst, Katie Jackson-Lindsay, explains.
That judge has complete discretion, and that judge's discretion is final. There's no one to appeal to, essentially. But in terms of changing this decision right now at this moment, there is no recourse to do that.
And she says it's not really the media that loses out as much as the public.
What needs to come out of this trial beyond justice for either side is public trust in our system. And having cameras in the courtroom would allow the public to actually see how it plays out. Regardless of this verdict, there's going to be one side that's very unhappy. Any lack of public trust that comes from this trial in particular is going to be far-reaching, far beyond Carroll County, because everyone is watching right now.
Keep in mind, this trial is being held here in a small courtroom in Carroll County to give the residents of Delphi a chance to see this trial themselves. But by not allowing cameras in the courtroom, where seating is extremely limited, Delphi residents will have little chance to see the actual proceedings. So that's where the media comes in, and here's what's going to happen. The judge has allotted 12 seats inside the courtroom for media to cover this trial. The media is working together to divide those between print and broadcast. There will be a random drawing to determine which outlets get a pass inside the courtroom each day, and those passes will rotate. 2 of the media passes each day will go to pool reporters, which means they'll brief all media and share their notes with the other reporters, including those who did not get a seat inside the courtroom. By the way, after the judge turned down our request for cameras in the courtroom, we asked if we could at least have an audio recording, record the audio of the trial, or have an overflow room where more people would be able to hear exactly what was going on. All of those requests were also denied. I can tell you, just a few minutes ago, the first media drawing took place to determine who's going to be in the courtroom tomorrow. 13 News will be inside the Carroll County courtroom for the opening statements in the Delphi murders trial. And we will be here at the courthouse every day of the trial to tell you exactly what happens inside the courtroom. In Delphi, I'm Bob Siegel, 13 News.
Yeah, we look forward to your continuing coverage there in Carroll County. Thanks so much, Bob. And you can take an in-depth look at this case by watching our Delphi Murders special, which is streaming tonight at 7 over on WTHR Plus. This is a free download on Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and Roku.
Right. Okay. So there you guys have it. They explained everything. Susan, hang on a second. Sorry, guys.
Somebody did ask, is it the defense's fault that there's not being televised? No. It originally started up in Allen County. It was her pilot. She was testing court TV for cameras. And before the court even got started, the cameraman, which was operated from like a remote control because there was 2 cameras in the courtroom, he was rotating the camera throughout the whole courtroom, and that was against her rules.
Yeah,
she didn't want She didn't want none of the gallery,
Yep.
none of the family, Richard Allen, or anybody to be on camera. It was all supposed to be just her on camera. And when Court TV did that, they fucked everybody else. Excuse my French, but they did.
Yes, they did. They ticked her off because when you have a major entity as Court TV, they know better. They should never have done that. It put a bad taste in her mouth, and she was like, oh boy, here we go. And I'm not going to let this case become a sideshow. And that's why she did it. And all I can tell you is this. I know in social media world, you know, Frank and I are old school. We were around before computers and before handheld computers, which are our cell phones, and all of this technology that we have nowadays. We all lived and worked in the world without this. A lot of you haven't. And I'm here to tell you this justice system of ours has survived years upon years upon years. And we're talking hundreds of years without cameras in the courtroom. And it will absolutely be okay, even though we don't get to see it and we want to. All of us want to, even me. I want to be able to see it. I wish that it had been on TV. I wanted it to be on television so that we could watch it. Even if they had done it the way the Supreme Court did, I wanted it. But I also absolutely understand why we don't have it. And I don't think it has anything to do with the integrity of our justice system. This is not about the fact that, oh, this judge is bad and this judge doesn't want people to see what's really going on. And they don't, that's not what this is about. That is absolutely not what this is about. And this judge, if you go back and look at her record, there's been a lot of things said about Judge Gall since she took this case. She was appointed by the Supreme Court to take this case, guys. And there was a reason why the Supreme Court chose her as the special judge to do this case. They didn't just pick any judge. I just want you guys to know that. She has a history and she's a good judge. She'll be fair. And she will keep order in the courtroom. And I think that things have been better. We haven't seen too many outbursts by the attorneys towards her for quite some time. And I think that she will keep order. And just like you saw in the video, when the attorney was speaking, you know, these judges, and I've told you guys this before, this is their courtroom. When they're speaking of the court, they're talking about their courtroom. And there are rules that a judge can run her courtroom the way she sees fit. And there is no recourse for them to go to appeal. So when she says no to cameras, that's it. It's no. But we know we have people out there in YouTube land and social media land that inserted themselves into this case that had no place and no business doing so. They hurt this case in so many ways. Some of them have even professed to being media when they're not. And guess what? Those individuals today were denied media passes. Thank God. Because they're not media and they don't belong taking the place of media. Hey, Tara, thank you so much for being here, my dear. My heart goes out to you and your family. We are all behind you. And I know that probably doesn't hold a lot of weight, knowing what you're about to face. I wish so badly that there was more that we could do rather than just telling you that. But I want you to know that there are a ton of people that love your family and love the girls and want justice.
Hi, Tara. You know you brought a tear to my eye today when you posted the song by Jelly Roll on your Facebook page. And everybody, the Buy Me a Coffee link is in the chat, guys.
Hey, Shadowbox, good to see you, my dear. Oh, Tara, thank you. Thank you so much. We are happy that you're here. And like I said, we will always have your back.
Always.
Susan did not get an actual press pass, but she is in the press pool. So they're going to be choosing people from the pool each day by a lottery. She'll end up in the courtroom at some point.
Right. I had a long conversation with her today. She had only had an hour's sleep in the last 3 days. And I said, honey, just go get you some rest and just keep me in the loop of what's going on. And Tara, I will be there. I promise I will be up there in the next few days.
Yeah, we're working to get him there. That's for sure. We want to get him there.
You guys are like extended family to a lot of us now. So
I like that. Love to Hunt says, Judge Gull can't help what the defense did and what she has to do as a judge. If she's done nothing, she would have been reprimanded herself if she broke the law. Obviously, I hope she gets justice after this trial. I don't know that there will be anything that happens to anybody. As far as the attorneys and stuff after this trial, but all I can tell you is that people need to learn from what happened in this case. The divulging of those crime scene photos is one of the most abhorrent things that I have in recent memory that I can tell of what has happened in a case. And as I said to you before, Abby and Libby, their families are all victims, obviously, in this case, but there are other victims as well. We cannot forget that there's a person who unalived themselves because of those pictures being released. And, it's just sad. Yeah, Jennifer, you don't have to tell me. This really upsets me. I don't like that YouTube, not YouTube, but YouTubers, are able to hop on cases just to grow their channels.
As you guys can see with my channel for the last year and 4 or 5 months, I've worked one case, strictly one case. Because I'm a firm believer. I don't want to get asshole deep into a case and it slows down and start another case. And then all of a sudden Delphi ramps back up out of nowhere. And then I have to put the other case on the shelf for a little while. I just don't want to do that.
Same. I mean, I've covered, obviously Flora is important to me. Obviously, I have, Evansdale is important to me, and there are other cases that I've covered and followed, but Delphi has been the main reason. It's the reason I started my channel. It's the reason I started my Reddit sub. And it's, I've always wanted to stand behind Faxx and the girls. I've absolutely hated the narrative that these families have had to listen to for the last 7 years. And it just makes me angry. And it's continuing. I told Frank today, he called me a number of different times today to give me some updates. And one of the things that that angers me is the narrative about this hair and how everybody's just running wild with it on social media and on Twitter and everywhere else, talking about how, she had hair in her hands.
I'm tired of hearing that shit already.
I know.
I'm tired of it.
Tired of it. And I'm like, you know what? You guys, give me a break. Really?
We don't even know if it's actually true.
We don't know if it's true. We don't know if it's human hair. We don't know if it's animal hair. We don't know. And all I can say is Abby had a borrowed sweatshirt on.
Mm-hmm.
That hair could have come from anywhere. Anywhere. It wasn't her sweatshirt. It's just crazy.
I mean, and then for them to say it was a red hair. How do you know it was a red hair when they didn't even tell you in the courtroom what color it was?
Don Spain, thank you so much for your $10 super sticker. Sarah Harvey, thank you so much for your $20. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
That, obviously, it was Kelsey's sweatshirt. It could have come from her work. It could have come from her boyfriend's house. It could have come from
a bunch of her friends.
From any of her friends.
At home.
I've said before, we all lose hair, and women especially, because our hair tends to be longer, lose it even more.
It breaks off. Yes.
Exactly. And so it's everywhere. And so they just make it sound like, oh my God, there was one hair that could have possibly, that means he's innocent. Whatever, people.
And you notice how they said, well, it wasn't Richard Allen's hair. Well, if they're saying that, they're basically telling you that they know there's DNA, but is it human? Is it animal? We don't know.
Right.
And you guys also got to remember, years back, it was talked about that there was some type of hairs found.
Exactly.
Tony Klein's dog was confiscated. Whose other dogs were confiscated because they were testing animal hairs?
And it could have come from Richard Allen. It could be a family member.
Right.
It could be somebody he worked with.
Right.
It could have been any of that.
And that's why I said on my live last night, we are not talking about this hair shit because there is no proof this is actually going on, because just because the defense said it, they didn't show any evidence of a hair being in her hand. No document saying this, no photos, no nothing.
And just like I told you guys, in opening statements, the defense can say anything that they want. They don't have to prove a damn thing.
That's right.
They can say anything they want, you guys, as long as the court hasn't told them you can't talk about Odinism. They can't say that, obviously, but anything else they can bring up and they can say, and they don't have to prove it. They don't have to prove it.
No, and people were asking me today, I said, so are they letting the Odinism stuff in or the paganism? I said, look, I explained this last night. Her orders clearly stated that she will listen to their arguments and present what evidence they have or proof outside of the jury. The jury won't hear none of this unless Judge Gold afterwards agrees this evidence is allowed in. Then the jury will hear from Tony Klein, Keegan Klein, Patrick Westfall, all of them.
She's going to hear motions tomorrow morning before opening statements. They've already said there's going to be 2 motions that she hears tomorrow. I don't know what they are, but that's what I heard today. WTHR reported it. And then they said that opening statements are supposed to happen around noon. And we could possibly have our first witness sometime tomorrow.
Right.
So we'll have to wait and see what that's all about. What she's going to be talking about, or what these motions are, or if she's going to be hearing things outside of the jury.
I do know that she did say at the end of the hearings today that she will have the orders before the trial starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
So expect documents to be dropped bright and early tomorrow morning. When I woke up this morning, they were already at the courthouse at 7 a.m. dropping stuff to me already, which was stuff that I went over yesterday because they were closed at noon. So I just went by to my case, because anything that's on my case is basically transferred over to legal document. It's all it is.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's going to be really interesting for me to see what happens here tomorrow. Like I said, opening statements are huge. Everybody says that, the jury selection is the paramount part of a trial. There really is a lot that goes into it. And Tara, thank you so much. Tara just gave $49.99 super sticker to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Tara, who's Tara?
Tara German.
Oh, Tara, you did not have to do that, sweetheart.
Tara, thank you so much.
That money could have went into Josh Jr.'s race car.
I was just going to say, oh my goodness.
Thank you, hon.
Yeah. God bless you. but that's how badly she wants you there.
Yeah, me and her get along great. We think alike, and we don't take no bullshit from nobody.
She's like
That's
her
what I
mom.
like about Tara.
She's like her mama. Are you kidding?
We don't take shit from nobody.
She's strong. She's strong like her mama. It's not a clump of hair. Let's get the hair done.
Yeah, that's
One-
another one.
One hair, guys. One. So, and the point is, guys, that's not why he's going to get an appeal. A murder conviction is an automatic appeal.
Yes.
If this man is found guilty for what he's charged for, that's an automatic appeal. They don't even have to apply for an appeal. It's automatic. It's automatic.
You know, and I keep hearing about this bullet evidence. Let me tell you something. There is a precedent in the state of Indiana for you new people in the chat. There has been a man that was convicted over the same kind of bullet evidence, ballistic evidence. He was convicted. They filed an appeal, overturned the conviction, took him back to trial, and got convicted over the same evidence. So the bullet evidence is good in the state of Indiana. I don't know about all the other states because we're not in the other states. All I'm concerned about is Indiana. Like Judge Gold was telling the defense team, every time they would file a motion, they were quoting case law from other states. She's like, quit giving me case laws from other states. We're talking about Indiana here. So they were trying to manipulate her with other state presidencies and stuff. And she's like, we're not going there.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is that, you know, we have a lot of stuff ahead that's going to be hard for everybody to hear. And some of the evidence that we're going to hear could be shocking to some people. It might be shocking to a lot of us because we think in our heads we know certain facts of this case.
Right.
But there are a lot of things that has been put out there over the years. I heard something right before I came on that I have to address. There was a person that did I haven't seen this person.
Right back.
Okay, I haven't seen this person on YouTube. I haven't seen this person on social media in a very long time.
Who is it?
You watched it. I sent it to you.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay. And I'm sitting here to myself watching this video that this person put out. They used to have Facebook groups. They were all over Reddit. They were all over YouTube. And then they disappeared. They slithered back under their rock. And now they've slithered back out and they put out a video just about 2 or 3 hours ago. And basically are talking about conspiracy theories, talking about how the law enforcement in Delphi is corrupt and all of this, and that everything that they're talking about with the hair and all of these other things and the bullet evidence and all of this is just basically garbage, is basically what he said. And he's been in my chats before, this person. He's been, and I'm not going to give his name because I'm not giving him any views. I don't want people to go watch his crap. But I'm just telling you that people are still out there. We are at the 12th hour of this, ready for this trial to start. And we still have people out there doing damage and trying to change the narrative from what it should be about. And that is actual facts.
Hold on. Terrence says, call him out. Who is it? Matt Sullivan.
Matt Sullivan. Matt Sullivan, who pretended to be a friend of your mother's.
Yes.
I tried to warn her. I told her about him. I was like, don't listen to this man. You cannot trust him as far as you can throw him. Well, guess what? He put out a Delphi video. He hasn't put out a Delphi video
in months.
In months and months and months. And he did it under Matt Sullivan is the name of the channel. And if you don't know who Matt Sullivan is, if you've ever heard of Lee Kerr, think of Matt Sullivan.
Yep. Yep. Out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, no, Tara, he is not a friend. You are absolutely right. Absolutely.
He at the beginning of this case, people, if you guys aren't well aware of what happened in the beginning, he came to Indiana to meet the family and lied to them to say that he was a private investigator.
No, he's not a private investigator. He's a drug addict with a lot of issues.
Yep.
Sorry, but I'm calling him out. Tara told me to, so I did.
Oh, I'm not afraid to call him out.
Oh, I'm not afraid of him. I just you know how I am about calling people out. You know, I try not to go there because I really don't want to be. I don't want to go down to their level. But I mean, oh my God, you know, he is absolutely crazy. And
you think Greeno's bad? Shit.
I was just gonna say, if you think that, yeah, if you think Greeno's bad, you don't know anything about bad until you have been around him.
Okay, one moment. Thank you, Rebecca, Olivia, 6-3 Clocks, Purple Haze, and Teresita Hillis for the Buy My Coffees. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Oh, he thought a lot of people were the ones. Trust me. he thought he was, yeah, no, Matt Sullivan's something else. But anyway, you guys, that's my point, is that we still have people slithering out, you know, trying to, for whatever their reason is. And, you know, Greeno wants justice for these girls. Really? That's what you think about him? No.
Hey, and by the way, Tara,
no.
Greeno is down at the courthouse right now, if you didn't know that already. And I believe Rick Snay's down there too, because I'm getting messages that he's down there.
Yeah, and Rick Snay's not supposed to be anywhere near it. So I'm here to tell you that that's not going to be good for him because she banned him. So that is something. But yeah, whew.
Yeah, got my blood boiling.
Oh,
when
yeah.
She told me that, and I went and watched that video. I said, no.
Camaro lover. Yes, Tara is Libby's aunt. Oh God, he showed up on her doorstep one day.
He was escorted from the premises. Oh, he'll be escorted. Talking about Snay.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he'll be escorted. All right. That was the other thing. They've really vamped up the security. They have black screens up where the jurors are going to be going in to the courthouse to where you won't be able to see them at all. And they have tents kind of up and around everything. It's to protect not only the jurors, but to protect Richard Allen. They asked about that at the meeting at 3 o'clock with the media. The media asked about that. They also have barriers. So they're going to barricade off where people won't be able to get close. So if there's people standing outside or whatever, there's going to be a line that the police keep them behind.
In my understanding, there's already people camping out on the courthouse lawn already. I'm not that crazy. I might go at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and stand in line. I just got a message that Snay is not there.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. He would be really stupid to show up after he's been told not to be there. They'll arrest him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be really cold. It's super cold here, and we're on the same line as Delphi. I'm just 2.5 hours west of them in Illinois, so directly west. I think Indy Archive will be there with his drone, I bet. And I bet we get some drone footage. So
thank you, Jinx, for that message. It was Jinx that sent me the message.
Awesome. Thank you, Jinx, for letting us know. can always trust her to tell us the truth,
Yep, exactly.
you know?
Well, if you guys don't know, I mean, I don't know if I should put this out there, but Greeno has a daughter that I believe, Tara, correct me if I'm wrong, she is related to you guys in some way, some way or fashion. Marv, she was the first one. She's sitting in a lawn chair right in front of the door.
Oh my God. Thanks, Jinx.
What'd she say?
Same thing she said to you. Snae's not here.
Oh, she's down there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's there.
Greeno does not have a warrant.
She said the people that are taking notice of the ones who are standing in line as look at me people who do not care about justice for Abby and Libby.
Okay, Tara just responded to me. Greeno's daughter is a distant relative to Tara.
Okay.
Randy's down there?
God, Randy, you really? It's cold. You need to be indoors. What are you doing?
Jinx is on Snae patrol.
Did you see what Tara said? Tara said, it's Carroll County. We're all related down the line somewhere. That's that small town. That's how that small town works.
And you know, honestly, as much as I've been there over the last almost 4 years, I feel like I belong there as far as living there because I've gotten to meet so many people and got to know so many people there. But I don't know what I would do. Being away from the big city, you know what I mean?
Boston Christian said, I saw their clip today smiling from ear to ear under the Delphi sign. Do people not understand what happened to these two little girls? Yeah, you think it was a joke to them and that this was some kind of entertainment. And that's what's so sad is that the pain and the suffering that this town and this and these two families and all the friends of the girls have gone through, they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They don't get it. These people that try to make this into some sort of show. It's just insane.
Jinx just messaged me and she said those people camping out are the look at me mother effers and people are taking notice. They don't care about justice for Abby and Libby. They care about themselves getting their faces seen. I booted Marv from the Discord. Uh-oh. Whoa.
You did what? You just got booted?
No.
What did you say?
She booted somebody that would know from our Discord.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Witchcraft, good to see you. Yeah, Jinx said that's what all the people that are camping out are doing this. They're making it entertainment. It's not entertainment, you guys. We have to remember that. Every single family member should be in that courtroom above anybody else. Period. I'm sorry. That's just they're the ones that have a stake in this.
And like I said, if I get into the courtroom and if I notice I know all the family members. And if I notice a family member walking in and there ain't a seat, I'm getting up and walking out the courtroom so they'll have a seat. It's only fair to them. Like Christian just said, it's not about me. I'm just there to do the reporting. It's about the families. They're the ones that should be in there. No one else except for them and the media. That is it.
Absolutely. And that's to me, that's it. Because even national media, I mean, you get the regional media need to be there before the national media. The people the local people and the local news media are the people who need to be reporting on this. Now, do the national media have a place? Yes, because they're going to hold accountability. They're going to keep everybody, honest, kind of, so to speak. But even that can get to be entertainment. Look at some of the national syndicated news stuff that we watch on this case. And and I know that, and I'm going to call her out. Barbara McDonald has turned I mean, look what happened with her. we all thought that she was doing this for the right reasons, and she's not. So, but more power to them, I guess, if they want to be behind the defense in this case, and and be the let's donate to Richard Allen's fund. I just don't understand how people do that and how they make the thing about them, because it isn't about them. And it's they shouldn't be covering true crime. They shouldn't be covering anything that has to do with it. I get that these families need people to cover their cases, especially if their cases are not getting national attention and they're not getting help in solving them. But it's just, oh God, every time I see her on any show, whether it's Vinnie Politan or if it, whoever it is that has her, I can't watch her. And she's always appearing in my Twitter feed. So I'm like,
Don Spain says, I don't think, where'd he go? I was just reading it. He says, I don't think the national media has any credentials to report facts. Sorry, my opinion. And see, and that's what I tell a lot of people. I will not take information from a media news source if I feel like they're trying to put a twist on it. And it's just like I was talking to one of my news contacts today, and I explained to her, I said, there's only a handful of people that I'll trust if I'm not there getting information out of the courtroom. And I explained to who they were, and she was one of them. But there are some of them media personalities that will spin a twist just for the clicks for their channel.
Yeah, because Christopher Collins says the video you played earlier to me says a lot. The folks of Delphi outside the family have waited years and had to deal with all this crap, and with no TV and no audio, limited seating. Yes, the city of Delphi, there are so many limited seats. Even the citizens that live there will not be allowed to have all the seats because they're so limited. And they're not going to know because there's no TV coverage.
Right.
And it is going to turn into a YouTuber circus out there. I mean, I don't know how it can't be, because there's YouTubers out there that's what they're going to try and make it. We already know they're there already in line. GP just gave you $9.99. Sir.
Thank you, GP. I got to meet her for the first time in nearly 3 years that we've all talked on the walk the other day. I knew who she was as soon as I seen her step out of her vehicle. I said, it's GP.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be there. Bob Mott is going to be there.
He's already there with his wife.
Yep.
He did a video walking around the town square earlier.
Yeah. See what I mean? And, it's like I said, some of these people have only been covering this case a very short time. And the other people that have been covering it from day one, you don't necessarily see them out there trying to grab notoriety for it. Tara said that they're going to make it work. They're going to take turns. And see, that's what's sad. They shouldn't have to take turns, but I get it. I get it, Tara. I know, because I know when I talked to your mom back in April, she told me that there were a lot of family members kind of coming out that were saying they wanted extended family, that were saying they wanted to come to the trial. And she was like, there's not going to be enough seats for all these people. Miss Persevere says, wait, you're still raising money to go to Delphi, Frank?
What do you mean? We just started today. I haven't even really started because we couldn't find a place for me to stay. And then over the weekend, Miss Heather Mears hooked me up with the Monticello Inn at a rate per night. And we started talking about through the weekend. I wasn't getting any help. So Heather Mears put out there that she's going to start start a donation chain for me to get up there. So it's working out now. So
this just makes me ill.
They're going to see Greeno and say, you ain't coming in here.
Yeah. What?
What?
I'm not even putting that up on the screen. I'm sorry.
What did it say?
Somebody twerking at the crime scene. Who was that? I don't know who that is. Delulu Bish is in the pit of ultimate darkness. Said it.
Hey, Tara. She says, I know a place that's available for $75 a night in Delphi.
Oh, wow.
Send me that information, please.
It's probably her spare room. No, I'm kidding.
It's probably a bed and breakfast. But will they allow me to have my dog? That's the problem.
Yeah.
My dog
That's
is not
awesome.
staying in Indy. It's not happening.
Frank,
like
bring your army MREs in a tent.
I haven't had an MRE in 30 something, or maybe 30 something years.
Oh God. Yeah. Tara German, that's a better rate than I found. That's a good rate. 775. It's private, so I'll private message you. She's
Make sure that I can maybe able to bring my dog.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I do feel that things are on point to start tomorrow. And you guys, Frank's going to be live tomorrow on his channel.
7:30 a.m.
And so we will know what's what.
Yeah.
And it won't be a 12-hour ruckus and Kristen live.
No.
Like it was from the
October.
From October a year ago.
When we were in Allen County and I could even check in with them. It's like, man.
Ruckus and we did our best.
A 12-hour show, and I was like, I didn't expect that to happen, but Judge Gold, it was all on her.
Tara said she knows of someone else that has a place on the river for $100 a night.
$100 a night. Yes, Blade is my baby. Yep. He freaks out. As soon as I walk out the door to go take the trash out, he starts flipping out.
Yeah, somebody said, did you give him a steak earlier because he's being really quiet?
Well, at this time of the night, we're usually in bed by now.
Yeah.
So he's usually settled down by now. What you doing, Bobo? Come here. Come here. Want to see everybody? Come on. Come on. Up.
Frank's giving me a business idea.
Look, here's my buddy.
Here's my buddy.
Oh, he's in love with his daddy. Yeah. He loves his daddy.
What else was I gonna say?
I caught you off track there.
Yeah, I was trying to think about
You said something about a business idea. That's all I heard.
Don Spain says, wait, what? No Ruckus and Kristen 12-hour spider special? I'm out.
I'll be on as long as we need to tomorrow, guys. Because I've got people that are going to be there, are going to give me updates when they can.
Bob Motta tweeted that he was thinking of Abby and Libby today. Oh, sure he is. He's thinking of Richard Allen. He's not thinking of Abby and Libby. If he was thinking of Abby and Libby, there's a lot of things he would have not done in the last year and a half.
And it almost seems like here in the last couple months, Bob has really been changing his tone on things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, like I said, once you get your main thing of what the defense wanted to use thrown out, which is Odinism, he's seen the writing on the wall. He's a defense attorney.
Yep.
He knows that he can't, that they don't have anything. Again, you guys, we go back to the defense isn't giving us an alibi for their client. There is no alibi. He was there. He put himself there. What was he doing at 2:13 in the afternoon? Where was he? He wasn't sitting on a bench.
Like he claims he was.
Like he claims he was. Where is he? Where was he? there's going to be a lot of people that are going to look really foolish when this is all said and done.
But like I said before, guys, all these pro-defense people, I would like to know, I would like to see the backlash after this case is over with, what they're going to go through.
Yeah.
After all the BS that they've been putting out for the last how many years they've been on YouTube. I've only been on YouTube. I'm starting on my 4th year, you know, so.
Who has a past history of inappropriate contact towards females? Who are we talking about?
Yeah, who are you talking about, Bossy?
I get it, Louise. You don't have to defend Bob Motta to me. I know that he's a defense attorney, and I know why he does what he does. It doesn't make what he does right, and it doesn't make what he did right. The stuff that he was doing and saying about Richard Allen and about the judge and about the case was hurtful. And that's my opinion, and I won't change that. Growing Crazy said, Kristen and Ruckus were hoots that day. I'm so grateful to the good YouTube creators that are spreading awareness and that truly care. You were all gems. We tried. You know, Ruckus and I tried.
Well, apparently you guys succeeded. Because you guys lasted 12 hours.
Yeah. No, it's not ethical to lie, but they do. And they will, if they don't, they really stretch that line and they make it super thin. And I just think that they crossed it. I think the defense team in this case crossed it, and they lost their credibility, and they were very unethical by some of the things that they've allowed to have happen. So we'll just have to, like I said, see if they kind of clean up their act for the trial and see how far they are willing to push the envelope. They are asking for people to come in and be witnesses outside of the jury, from what I understand.
Oh, it's happening because I saw the subpoenas yesterday. He called me, or he messaged me. He was pissed, and he called me today. He's like, man, I need to talk to your attorney. I said, I already called him. He's supposed to get in contact with you. He said, this is some bullshit. He said, I'll just get up there and tell them I plead the 5th and that they can go over my polygraph test and my deposition if they want answers. I said, okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, you know, this whole thing about, like I said, that made me angry about them not using Abby and Libby's name in court.
Oh, that is.
And they're going to still use his name, Richard Allen's name. It's like, you know, it's dehumanizing the victim.
Right.
And it's just, I don't think I put a smile, Linda, on everyone's face, but thank you. I think
Hey, you know how crazy Ruckus gets when he's doing a live? He gets everybody rolling and getting them crying because they're laughing so hard.
Oh, he makes me laugh. He certainly makes me laugh. Delphi is very small. Delphi is what I would call a bedroom community. It's just a really tiny little spot that everybody knows everybody. And I love the type of towns we have here in the Midwest because there's so many of them where the center of the town is a courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these courthouses, at least in Illinois, Abraham Lincoln actually practiced in. So a lot of them are historical and they're beautiful. These buildings are just incredibly pretty inside, and they're small, and they've maintained their, you know, they've not redone them and made them modernized or whatever.
Delphi Courthouse was built in 1916.
Yeah, it's very old. And you can see that when you look at the wooden seats that are in the courtroom for them to sit in, you know. Yeah, Ruckus is not available right now. He's very busy. Lala says, at the end of the day, our earthly struggles are far removed from the girls. They are safe in the arms of our Lord and have been since they left us. Richard Allen's imprisonment will be eternal regardless. Yeah, I mean, but as I've said before, and that's all fine, well, and good, but he still has to answer in the court of law in this country for what he's done. And that's what's going to happen starting tomorrow.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the only power that he needs to answer to is the man upstairs.
Oh, he'll have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. You know?
His judgment day is coming twice, as a matter of fact, actually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's, you know, it's going to... like I said, even with all of that and all of that knowledge.
Excuse me for a second. Dakota, you are not going to talk to one of my mods like that. Period.
What did she say?
Dakota said, whether you guys agree or not, other creators can cover Delphi too, as long as they don't blame the family. And then Carrie goes, yes, Dakota, we know. And then Dakota comes back, wasn't talking to you, Carrie.
Oh, no.
That doesn't happen. Not my mods. Nope.
I was just going to say that didn't happen on my channel, so I can't take care of it. You guys have to take care of it on your end.
Carrie, go ahead and take care of it on your end.
Nana just gave another 50. Nana 73 just gave another 50.
Thank you, Nana.
Nana, thank you so much.
Dakota,
we are very well aware that anybody can cover anything. That's what people do. That doesn't mean that all that coverage is good coverage.
Dakota, you're in timeout.
And I'm really tired of listening to people blame the families. And, you know, Matt Sullivan in that little 13-minute video he made points back to the families again and questioning their narrative, questioning their timeline. And I'm just like, why are we even going there? You know, stating that the local law enforcement tried to keep the FBI out of the investigation in the very beginning. The FBI was there.
They were already there before the murders even started.
They were already there.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, where is these lies coming from?
Yeah, there was already one there.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and like I said, I've told Frank this so many times. We've had these discussions numerous times. Put yourself in the position of a family member, of somebody that this has happened to, and especially if it was your child. How would you feel with these people covering this crap the way they cover it?
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
It is a disgrace. It's absolutely disgusting, and it should never ever happen. And a long time ago, I didn't say anything, and now I call people out for it because I just can't handle it anymore.
You know, it's awful funny if you watch like our channel, Sleuth's channel, and Coach Kev, Marv, and them. We always are defending the families. Mm-hmm. These girls. You go to all the pro defense, all they talk about is how Richard Allen is getting railroaded. There's nothing ever about Abby and Libby.
Yep.
Period.
They never talk about who the girls were before this happened to them. Mm-hmm. These girls are more than just victims. These girls had lives, and they had people who loved them, and they mattered. They mattered in this world. They were going to do great things in this world. They were both wonderful human beings. And that's the thing that's lost in all of this. That's what's been lost in all of this. You know?
And I seen that R&M posted something somewhere on their community page on YouTube, and then it was screenshotted somewhere else, and I saw it, and I said, I hate to use this word toward females, but if I have to, I have to. I said, that crazy bitch just needs to shut the fuck up, period. I mean, it is flowed right out. I was like, yeah, this crazy bitch.
I mean, it's one, like I said, it's one thing to want to know and to follow a case and be interested and want to know how things are going to turn out. It's another thing to put yourself into it, into the case, and start saying that you know things that no one else knows, and that you have all this inside information, and you actually start putting that inside information out in videos, and you start hurting people, and you start professing that you know. And I mean, this case got derailed in so many different ways by people doing that. We all went down those holes that those people did, you know.
Tara says, I can handle my own, but Abby and Libby are the victims. They are the ones we all should stand behind and defend always.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. I mean, what they went through that day, no human being should ever be subjected to, let alone at the age of 13 and 14 years of age.
And we don't know exactly what happened out there. And I can just imagine, and I don't wish that upon anybody's child. Just from the information we got, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
Yep.
Period.
And I agree. The same thing. Rick Allen's family, Richard Allen's family are victims as well. Until we know more, you can't just throw them under the bus. We don't know why his daughter hasn't been around. And I have my own ideas. And
honestly, it's not our business.
It's not our business. It's none of our business. Her world came crashing down the day her dad was arrested. I mean, you can't even imagine what that must feel like unless you've gone through it. You don't have a clue. So we need to be gentle when we talk about these people.
And that's why I say we don't talk about other creators on my channel specifically, because that's not what we're here for.
We aren't here for that. No, that's why I don't, Carrie said, let's do a $1.99 wave, guys. If you can donate, we really appreciate each and every one of you. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's we do appreciate each and every one of you. But tomorrow's the day, you guys. It all starts tomorrow, and hopefully in a month's time, we will have an answer in this case, and we will know, what's going to happen. I know from talking to people that were there for jury selection that they feel that they did get an impartial jurors to sit on this case. They feel comfortable with who was chosen. Oh God. Somebody needs to time this person out or kick her off of Frank's channel. Nobody talks to me that way. First of all, I'm not on a high horse. She hasn't done any good for this case. She has done nothing but hurt this family.
Who's that?
Dakota just came in and told me to get off my high horse, that Barbara has done a lot of good for this case.
You come into my motherfucker. Into my chat talking that shit.
She's in your channel. I can't kick her. She's in your channel.
I timed her out.
Well, she's back.
Are you sure she's back in mine? Because I timed her out for 10 minutes.
Yeah, she was, this was just, let's see, 9:29 is when she just posted this a minute ago.
All right. Who's the other? Carrie, you know how to block? Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie got her.
Kristen, that creator attorney who came in for trial described the courthouse in such a horrible light and then speaking negatively on coming to rural Indiana. She even said she was on the East Coast. This woman is so, you're talking about Andrea Burkhart?
Burkhart.
Oh my God. She is so, oh my God. I just can't. I just can't, you guys. I just can't. She said that she actually went on a live stream on her and called it the East Coast.
son got to just round up, you damn Dakota.
Tawny Lee just sent $2.
Thank you,
Thanks,
ma'am.
Tawny.
You guys are gonna. Some of you people know me very well, and I don't take shit
Tech Death's like, who the fuck is Dakota?
talking all that shit.
Probably Barbara McDonald.
You got. I mean, you get up. It's what I hate about keyboard warriors.
Yes, I know.
I hate it.
I know.
You won't say that shit to me in my face.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
You know, we give you guys good information out here, then you want to come in here and talk shit. Oh, get some damn manners.
Oh my God. Sweet Revenge says, I think Richard Allen is the fall guy for something much bigger than anyone knows. Will Rick Allen crack and expose everyone involved? His life is over anyway, so what makes a difference? Oh my God.
Oh, trust me, if there was somebody else involved, Nick would have found him. Believe that.
Yeah.
So my thought process on that whole situation is that the reasoning why he said that in court 2 years ago was the fact that they believed there could be somebody else involved. Well, as the couple of years went by, they couldn't find anything, or they couldn't get Richard Allen to give. She's back. How the hell is she getting back in here?
Frank knows me. And
I
no, you
do?
ain't blocking me. Don't get triggered.
Well, you
Frank
got
knows me,
triggered.
and no, you ain't blocking me. Don't get triggered.
No, you're blocked. On my end, you are.
Well, she's still posting on your channel, my dear.
Oh, my goodness. I got to find her. She ain't pulling that shit talking to anybody like that in my chat.
True Crime Housewife just gave you $1.99. Super.
Thank you. Sorry, guys.
SP74 said Barbara is mad it's not Ron Logan and claimed the bullet was buried and found weeks later. That be sure.
No, I don't see her in my chat. She might be in your chat.
Justice Angel said, prepare yourself for the truth because you might not like it. Yeah, you might not, Justice Angel. Dakota, let's see, Dakota, when I click on her, in her little 3 dots, it tells me this comment is on a guest destination. Only your guest can delete the comment or ban the user.
No. It must be old messages because she's blocked now. Messages that are coming through because I don't see her. I don't know who Dakota is. She says that I know her. Who is she? Good question.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, it could be anybody. Remember, you people hide behind everything online.
Yeah, all accounts and.
Yeah. All Town says sending love from Georgia. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I do. Cynthia Lister says Barbara McDonald is not a friend to Abby and Libby. Absolutely, she is not. Yeah. And it says the trolls are out tonight.
Yeah, that's blatantly obvious.
Yep. Well, they don't have anything better to do, so let's do this.
What's that song back in our day? Jealousy. Jealousy. That's back in from our day, y'all. For all you youngins.
Yeah. No, she lost her journalism credibility with me a long time ago. So, she's going to write a book, and God bless anybody that reads it. That's all I can say.
Brian James says, what did trolls do before the internet?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Jen Blossoms. Hey, jealousy.
Yep.
Tech Death said my day was the jazz swing era.
The jazz swing. I mean, you got to be at least 30 years or 40 years younger than me and Kristen.
He's not that much younger. Come on, how old do you think we are?
He's got to be in his mid-20s.
No.
Because he looks young to me.
I know he looks young, but he's no. He's got a son that's that old. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, Tech Death.
Yeah.
I gave you a compliment though. Look, Tech Death.
Kristen.
Hey, my original channel at the beginning, Tech Death, if you didn't notice, was all music. Before I got into the true crime.
No, he's like my son. So
if that's the case, I could treat a lot of these people like my kids.
Yeah. Kristen, I feel sorry for the jerks that are ignorant, need to get a life, don't have anything better to do, and are miserable. Absolutely, they are miserable. To come into something like this that's so horrific and so horrible, and then to make light of it and to try to be funny or to try to, like I said, create entertainment and cause more pain. My feeling has always been when I started covering this case, and I know Frank feels the same way, is do no harm. I don't want to do any harm.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just reading the chat. Tech Death, I'm still 20 years older than you. He showed his age. He gave us his age.
He isn't 36.
Hey, I tell you what, Indy Joe, you remember 91.1 WNAP? Now that was the classic rock and roll station right there for Indy for many years.
He is not 36.
Well, that's what he said.
Well, he can say what he wants, but I know. I know how old he is. Stephanie Pastoda says you guys are excellent at covering this case.
Sweet revenge. With all the drug and human trafficking going on and the big money being exchanged between the leaders and law enforcement, it's not hard to see that a small town leaders are not somehow involved. You are out your mind.
Yeah, really.
You would have to go through every step of government, all the way up to the U.S. government.
I was just going to say, do you know how many people would have to be involved if this was a conspiracy theory
man.
Between law enforcement and the town? Oh my God, you people, really?
Oh
it's
my
no
God.
wonder to see what's wrong in this world with people that believe this stuff. It's just crazy. Let's see. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to find out, because I think we're going to find out motive, and I also think we're going to find out what transpired, or what was it a stalking situation? Was it random? I don't think it was random, but no, I don't know. But yeah, crazy. Tara said, I just want everyone, even those who are not here in this chat, to know how much our families appreciate you. Abby and Libby are thankful for all the love and support. Thank you, Tara. That's very kind of you to say. The girls are always first and foremost in my thoughts and heart. I think about them all the time. And I know they're in a much better place. And I know that they're not in this situation and that they were left in that day. I firmly believe that, and that they're with the higher power. But at the same time, I believe that justice here on this planet is deserving, and they deserve that. And I want the person who did this to pay in this world for what they did. I know they're going to pay in the next one. I just want them to pay in this one.
I got a message for you in your private chat. Give me just a second.
Okay. Oh, comments. I'm looking for my private chat. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where'd it go? Somebody said, free Diddy, I'm reporting this channel. Bye. I don't know what you're going to report, but okay.
Did you see the message?
Hold on a second. I was just kicking and banning someone. Just a minute. Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't dog her.
Okay, we're going to get this straight right now. I'm getting blown up by another creator claiming that somebody in the chat's running back to this creator saying that shit is being talked about her in the chat, in these lives. And there ain't been a damn word mentioned or dogging of this creator in the chat, period.
No.
So whoever's going back and opening their cocksucker needs to shut it. There ain't nobody dogging another creator in these lives.
Yeah.
That is not appreciated at all, guys, because we got rapport with this creator.
Who the heck is Dakota Digger?
It's Dakota again. Came back under a different name, but just added a last name.
Oh, good God. I was talking to Kristen. Well, tell her to stop talking to me because I don't want to talk to her.
No, Tara, it wasn't Julie Melvin. Don't appreciate anybody that's watching this chat going back to that creator saying we're dogging her, because we ain't said anything negative about her whatsoever. And now my phone's getting blown up over it.
Yeah. Oh my God. So, yeah. Tara says, oh, okay, because I'd claim that shit. Wow. Well, all I can say is, you know, the trolls are coming, so I think it's time to say goodnight.
Yeah, because
I'm not going to sit here and fight trolls all night long. But, you know, I just want to say we've got 200 people watching, and thank you for everyone that came to see this tonight.
And thank you for all the donations. That really helped.
Thank you so much to everyone who donated. Tonight we really, truly, and absolutely appreciate it, because we do want Frank there. We want somebody there that's not going to give us crazy crap. And I know Susan's there and she's going to give us good stuff, but I would really like to see Frank be there.
And Tara, we love you guys dearly, and I will be up there in the next few days. Promise, I'll be there.
Please give your mom a big hug for me, and tell her that we are thinking of her from behind the crime door, and that we send all of our love to all of you guys. We mean it from the bottom of our hearts, and we support you. Always will support you. And that's what it's all about. It's about Abby and Libby. It's not about me. It's not about Frank. It's not about any YouTube creators. It's not about the people camped out at the courthouse right now at all. It's about
What's his eyeball saying? Leave, don't come back.
I have no idea.
Oh my God.
I don't know, but I just banned him. I don't know who these people are. It's like,
you know what I say? Jealousy.
What do I think about how she treated the murder sheet? You don't want to know. If you have to ask that question, you don't want to know. I have no respect for the murder sheet. So there you go. All right, guys.
7:30 a.m. Bright and early, guys. I'll be there. Kristen, you're a doll. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
much for helping out tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Frank Meister, you know that I adore you and what you do for this case. And thank you for always keeping me in the loop. This has been a really hard week for me. Really a hard couple of weeks with everything that went on with my brother and my family. And now everything with Adam and stuff this week. You've been great keeping me
informed of everything.
Informed
I always do.
Everything. And I appreciate that so very much. You don't have to do that. And you take the time out of your day, your busy day, to keep me informed. And I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. Anytime.
So, thank you so much. And you guys, please keep everybody in your thoughts. Make sure that people who are traveling to Delphi get there safely. Let's not have any craziness at this trial, please. Please keep the crazy at bay. And let's put our arms around these families and you know, keep the thoughts with them as we go into tomorrow and the start of this crazy 4 weeks of God knows what we're going to hear.
Right. But you know what time it is, guys. It's
Yep.
getting late. So
It's time to say goodnight and for everybody to get to hear Tech Desk music. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody and leave you with some fantastic music.
we'll see you guys in the morning. Peace
Yep.
out. One
Good
love,
night,
guys.
everybody.
Good night. Thanks, Crystal.
Thank you.